Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing a bit of an odd video, and I know most people who do this generally share this disclaimer, but it is strange. I've been collecting a whole bunch of different used up products so that I could kind of give you guys a bit of a review as to how I felt about each of the products, whether I'd buy them again. Usually the products that you use up are the ones that are your tried and true, that you know you're going to go and repurchase, but I do have a bit of a mixture in here, so I'm just going to get started as I've got quite a bit to go through, and I think I'm going to get started with makeup. So the first item is this Rimmel Scandalise Extreme Mascara. So this has got a plastic brush, if I can get it out ever. Oh my god, I don't understand what just happened there, but apparently there's a lot of old product on here. It's all just kind of come out, but essentially this is got a wand that is kind of very curved on one side and flat on the other side. So you're meant to be able to use the flat side to add length and the curved side to add volume, if I remember correctly, or maybe it's the other way around. So in terms of how I felt about this, I actually did quite like this as a general everyday mascara. Wasn't necessarily my favorite. I would buy it again if I needed a mascara and I wasn't really sure which one to pick. But yeah, it does the job. If you don't like plastic brushes, then you're not going to like this at all. I personally tend to prefer them. Then the next mascara is a bit more high-end, and this one I was really disappointed with. It's the Lancome Grandiose Mascara. Now this is the one with the swan neck wand, and you can see here it's got a very interesting curved shaped wand, and that's to allow you to get every single one of your lashes. Now I generally love mascaras from Lancome, and I thought I would love this, and I think, to tell you the truth, I was totally just sold by the actual packaging of this because I think it's really beautiful. But in terms of the product itself, I quite often ended up with mascara underneath my eyes from using this, and I just found it was a little bit awkward to use at first. I definitely got used to it, but it didn't really make my eyelashes look any better than usual. And the fact that it smudged really put me off using this, and in the end it just kind of sat in the back of my drawer until it dried up. So I would definitely not purchase this again. I think the standard Grandiose mascara is pretty good, but this one with the swan neck wand is not my favorite at all. This next mascara probably has to be my favorite, and it is the Charlotte Tilbury Full Fat Lashes Mascara. I love this. I've actually got a backup that I've just been dying to use. This has got a natural bristle wand. It's quite even in terms of shape. It kind of tapers out towards the tip, and this just really does what it says it does. You end up with really full, voluminous looking lashes, and I don't think my lashes have ever looked so good as they have when I've used this, so I highly recommend it. Didn't get any smudging or anything like that. Yeah, it's just really, really amazing. So if you haven't tried this out, it's definitely worth the splurge. Now, next I'm going to kind of move on to my eyeliners, and I've got a few. Oh no, wait, that's a brow product. I've got a couple of eyeliners here. The first one is from Kat Von D, and it is her ink liner in the shade Trooper. So this has kind of got a, I'm not even sure how to describe the nib. Has a very different tip to other eyeliners that I've used like this. Now I have to say, when I first got it, I was really, really impressed. I really liked it, and I couldn't wait to use it every single day. I kind of stopped using it for a little bit because I rediscovered the Stila Stay All Day Liquid Eyeliner, and then I sort of gravitated to that every day. And then when I started using this again, I found that it wasn't always easy to apply. The color didn't always come up very black. You know, you had to layer it, and that could be a little bit difficult. And also the tip can be quite hard to work with at times, so this isn't necessarily my favorite, and I probably wouldn't buy it again just because I think the Stila one does a much better job. So that was that one. And the next eyeliner I've got is from Milani, and it's the Ultra Fine Liquid Eyeliner, and this is in black vinyl, and it's sort of a liquid, and it's got a little tip like that which you use to draw the liner onto your eye. I really liked this when I first got it, and I thought it did a really great job. It was really easy to draw the cat eye flick that I do most days, but I found that the longer that I've had this, it's really dried up and it's become a lot more difficult to use, so I had to get rid of it. But aside from that, I mean, I think it's not too expensive. I think it's very cheap. It's probably about $5. So for that, I do think it's quite a good eyeliner for people who are just wanting to explore and maybe try a bit of winged eyeliner. But in terms of for every day, I probably wouldn't buy it again. Then the last makeup product that I've got is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it is her Brow Wiz, and I have this in the shade Dark Brown, and I love this. This is probably my holy grail, and I'm just so devastated that there's nothing more in here. I really like this because it's ashy toned, it's very natural looking in the brows. It's so easy to use. All you've got to do is draw a few strokes through your eyebrows and then you're done, and I would always brush through with the spoolie on the other end, and I like the fact that it does come with an inbuilt spoolie. I think that's amazing. Yeah, I really, really like this, and I'm definitely going to be repurchasing this. I've just kind of been a bit lazy about getting down to Sephora, but this is my favorite brow product, and if you haven't tried it, you definitely need to. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to like skincare and hair care and that sort of thing. And the first product that I'm going to talk about is from Emma Hardy, and it's the Amazing Face Moringa Cleansing Balm. So I picked this up sort of on the recommendation of probably a blogger or something like that. Wouldn't surprise me, but I absolutely love this. It's kind of a tub where you've got the balm on the inside, and you just grab a little bit of it in your fingers, rub it on your face, and then you use a muslin cloth to clean off the product from your skin. And I have just noticed that my skin has improved so much since I started using this, and it's to the point where Luke actually adores this product as well, and it's not very often that the both of us enjoy the same face product, so that's been amazing, although probably not so much for my stash because we've gone through 2 tubs of this so quickly. For those of you who've never used a balm before, it does kind of have a very slick, oily sort of a texture. I think at first it can be a little bit off-putting if you haven't used any products like that in the past, but you're just going to keep in mind that it's not adding oil into your skin, it's just really nourishing and cleansing it. So I really, really love this and highly recommend this one. Then the other face cleanser that I've got is from True Uemura, and it is the Skin Purifier Cleansing Oil. As you can see, completely used up. I actually think someone stayed with us and thought that this was a body wash because our body wash was like up higher in the shower. So I went in there and like that much of it had disappeared. So it wouldn't surprise me, but I really like this. I like the fact that it's got a pump, so it pumps out just enough product for your face. I'd either use 1 or 2 depending on how much makeup I've got on my skin, because I would use this to clean off my makeup in addition to just cleanse my face. Generally, I just really like the way that it felt on my skin. It was just, yeah, really nourishing and definitely made my skin feel a lot silkier, and I really do need to buy a new bottle. Now, I know I do tend to use my facial cleansers to take off some of my makeup, but quite often I do tend to use a makeup remover beforehand, and one that I was really loving was the Garnier Micellar Water. Now, I have been using the Bioderma Micellar Water, and I have to say this trumps it completely. The Bioderma one would always affect my eyes and make them sting a lot. This one is very soft and very calming and soothing on the skin. It just takes everything off so quickly as well. I was just really impressed by the quality of this and how well it was able to take off my eye makeup. If you haven't tried the Garnier one, it's so affordable as well. It's about $10, so you can't really go wrong with that. But this next product is a bit of a weird one, and it's actually not finished, but I kind of come to the conclusion that it just does not work for me, so I'm throwing it away. And it is the La Vanilla deodorant, and this is in vanilla passion fruit, and this is kind of a solid stick natural deodorant. I've used this for 3 months and it does not work. I'm really devastated about this because obviously I really wanted to be able to use organic deodorant. I really like the concept, and I really like the idea of using things on my skin that are really as natural as possible. But yeah, unfortunately, this just did nothing. It would maybe work for a few hours. And so I'm just really disappointed, as I've heard so many people talk about this and rave about it, and it just was not a winner for me. So, I mean, it's up to you guys. This might work for you, but for me, it just really wasn't what I was looking for. Okay, so I've just got a few more products to go through, and the first one I was really looking forward to trying, and this is the Collab Sharon Invisible Dry Shampoo, and I've got this in the fragrance New York. Now, I heard so much about this from British beauty bloggers, and they all raved about how amazing this was, how it was so much better than Batiste. It didn't leave any white marks in your hair, and it was just all around really lovely, and it had a great fragrance. So when I purchased it, and obviously I had this very high expectations, I used it in my hair and it did nothing So it was just overall very disappointing purchase. I found I had to use a lot of this to even remove some of the slight greasiness out of my hair if I was trying to go an extra day without washing it. So I definitely would not repurchase this. Unfortunately, this product is just not for me. It was not what I was looking for. Maybe if you just wanted to add a little bit of fragrance to your hair and you wanted to add maybe a little bit of extra volume when it's still clean, this would probably work for you. But in terms of working as a dry shampoo, it totally failed on that respect. So I'm just really upset because I had such high hopes and I really did think it was going to be a great product when I first purchased it. But I guess you can't love everything. And then the next product I want to talk about is the other end of the scale. I love this. Is the OGX Nourishing Coconut Milk Shampoo. I talked about this in one of my favorites videos, and this completely changed my world when I discovered it in terms of making my hair feel really soft and silky. I have found something that I think is a little bit better than this, but I do love this range and I think it's a really affordable product as well. I recently purchased the Kukui Nut Oil Shampoo, so I'm hoping that's going to be as good as the coconut milk one, but I'll keep you guys posted on that. But I highly recommend this. I think they're around $10 from Priceline if you manage to get them on sale. The last product that I've got has kind of been gathering dust for a while, and it's from Elemental Herbology, and it's their Macadamia and Papaya Radiance Body Scrub. So this is one of those really luxurious products that you use after a long, hard week at work. It smells like kind of lemony. Oh God, okay, it doesn't smell good anymore. When it was good, it smelled like lemon and papaya. It was just really fresh, and it really made your skin feel very beautiful and moisturized. And it says on here that it leaves skin silky smooth, fresh and renewed, and I'd highly agree with that. I got this as a gift from my stepsister, and honestly it was such a welcome present from her, so thank you so much, Pauline, if you ever watch these videos. But yeah, I really did love using this product. Just remember that obviously these are my own personal thoughts on these products, and what works for me might not work for you, and vice versa. So those were all of the products that I've used up probably over the last 6 months or so. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video.